Hey guys, what's going on? This is Jalapablo. Real quick Bitcoin update of where we are. We had a recent kind of pump. We had a rally recently. This is what it's amounted to on the daily. We're still in the rising wedge. Uh, the price action is respecting the macro support and resistance lines. Everything basically is going right on schedule, right on course. Nothing is different. Um, One thing I want to show you is the diminishment of demand volume. You see it both in the Weiss wave down here and in the vertical bar up here. Clear diminishment of demand in divergence with the rising price action. That is bearish. That is ultimately bearish. Everything still stays on course. Everything is still, my sentiment hasn't changed. We have the rising price action in the wedge going up or the parallel channel. Some people think it's a parallel channel going up, but I think you can clearly see the the price action, the rising highs and the rising lows are narrowing. The spread is narrowing as we get higher with supply building and demand diminishing despite the rising highs and lows, thus forming sort of like a tapering kind of shape as we see, which would denote a wedge action. And on the macro, we know that this is on the macro and it is eventually going to be bearish. That's why I am anticipating a eventual, maybe like another attempt up here to hit the macro trend resistance, and we may even break it. And guess what, guys? We may even see more demand volume coming in. This doesn't mean that we are going to the moon, that this is the beginning of the bull reversal. This would be a FOMO pump. The increased demand would be the buy orders coming in, the FOMO orders coming in. But as the price action approaches the resistance, the trend resistance up top here, we know this is the trend resistance, this is the trend support line. As the price action would approach it, look for building supply. And what that is, that's institutional, that's smart money selling into the pump. And as the price action reaches the top, they're exiting their positions. And then as we break the structure here, we should see big stoppage supply coming in as the institutional order flow capitulates and comes out of their positions and sells off. And then the only investors holding the position would be weak hands, as the strong hands have left the movie, left the scenes, and then the weak hands are not able to hold up the price, and that's when we see it fall back into structure and then back down again. I think that's inevitable. It's coming, and how far can it fall? We could fall all the way back down and retest these lows here, the 15,000. That is entirely feasible, and I would not be shocked at all if something like that would happen. If something like that's going to happen, it probably won't be till December, January, maybe even February. And then and only then, at that terminal shakeout point, will we see the eventual reversals, the bull reversals on the macro. But until that happens, this counter trend, just ride it. You could swing it. You can impulse trade. You could scalp it. There are lots of things you could do with the price action within this rising wedge structure. Just be careful because the end game for all this is, I believe, it's going to be a dump eventually, and it's going to be on the macro. So we know it is. Everywhere where you see the bottoms of these, this is where the demand has come in. Look at where every area where we see predominance of demand, and it's going to be along the macro trend support. And that is a calculated effort by smart money to keep the price within this range. So you know it's being manipulated. And then here on the top, we're seeing failures to rally despite all of these demand volume spikes. We're seeing failures to rally again and again. So smart money is careful to keep the price within this trading range. And we know that the range is tapering with the higher highs and the higher lows. The spread is narrowing, as we've already went over. So that also denotes a potential bias of bearish price action. So anyway, let me let you go with that. Everything is still on course. Don't be suckered. Don't buy the top. Play it within the wedge if you wanted to swing trade. Just be careful every time price action approaches macro trend resistance and supply starts coming in, as we see it over and over again, like here and here, and then here in the Weiss wave. We see supply is clearly predominating as we get closer and closer to the end of this wedge and prepare to have the macro sell-offs. So, all right, well, that's about it for now. If you enjoyed this video, thumbs up, subscription, that'd be great. And so hopefully this will help you, and more to come. Check out my charts on TradingView. I've got 80 to 85% win rates on there, and you can be influenced by that also to learn Wyckoff, learn volume strength analysis, volume spread analysis, and hopefully these videos push you in that right direction, especially for like new traders. They can learn how to trade the right way without indicators, and get the most valuable and accurate readings on what the market makers are trying to do. Okay, guys, let me let you go. This is Jalapablo signing off. Talk to you guys soon. Adios. Bye-bye.